What's up everybody, Todd with Coastal Tides here. Today I'm going to show you guys some of the rod and reels that I use out at the SKYWAY. So let's jump on in it. Alright guys, first in the lineup is one that I recently got not too long ago, and that is my Penn Slammer 3. This is the 4500 size, and I got it paired up with a Star rod. It's the Star Stellar Light 8 foot. It's a really good rod. If you guys check out some of my previous videos, shows me catching some snook on it as well. And I have hooked up to a couple grouper on this. One that I landed, it was kind of a small grouper. You guys have seen that one of my last videos. This size rod and reel is pretty good to muscle up some good size fish. It's a Penn Battle 2. Great little inshore reel. It's not heavy. The rod is actually pretty light, the reel's light. It's a nice reel to use, good for inshore stuff. A Penn Spin Fisher. This is the 6500 size, it's the live liner. And the rod is a Penn Spin Fisher V rod. It's 10 foot, it's kind of like a surf rod. I do use this for grouper. I have caught grouper on this before. It's a great reel, very strong. I got another 6500 size spin fisher I'm going to show you guys here in a minute as well. But I haven't used it in a while. I like to kind of switch up a couple here and there. Maybe in the next few weeks I'll probably bring this one out again. Alright guys, now moving on to the next rod and reel combo. The reel is a Daiwa BG 5000, and I got this one paired up with a Shakespeare Ugly Stick Tiger Light jigging rod. The rod is a 6'6", and it also has a little piece you can remove if you're ever taking it offshore and you're jigging. You want to put it on like a little belt right there. Just makes all the difference. I'm probably never going to use that, so I just keep it on here. But this rod right here, in my last video you actually seen me catch a stingray on this rod, and to be honest with you, the only thing I have caught on this combo were stingray. That's it. 2 stingray, once a long time ago before I even started this channel. This one I guess I'm going to nickname the Stingray rod because that's all I seem to catch on it, and the rod has tons of backbone. And as you can see by the tip, I don't know if you can look up in that corner there and see it wobbling around. It's kind of a fast action, but the backbone is just solid. But this is a great rod and reel right here. Now moving on to the next rod and reel combo. This is the one that you guys see me fish with the most. Now I did put this reel on a newer rod. I had it on another Spin Fisher V rod. It was a 7 foot rod, and it was good, but it was just a little bit too flimsy. The backbone didn't seem like it was as strong as this one is, and I just feel with this rod I can really put a lot of pressure on a fish, especially when he gets in the rocks and you're just trying to get him out. This is another Penn Spin Fisher, 6500 size, and the rod is a Penn Battalion rod. And this is a freaking awesome rod. It's an 8 foot fast action, 20 to 40 pound mono, 30 to 65 pound braid. I like the 8 foot rods just because you can cast a little better, and like I said, typically the longer the rod, in my opinion, the more leverage you can kind of get on a fish when he's out there, get him away from the rocks. It just like the length of the extra foot or so of rod will help give you a little bit more backbone. That's kind of just what it feels like to me. This is the combo that you guys usually see the most in my videos. So this rod right here, I think it runs probably about $110, $115 or $120. It's got a lot of backbone. I mean, this thing right here is just solid, and it's got a little bit of it's got the fast action, and the backbone is just unreal. I mean, I can really put a lot of pressure on grouper with this rod. And just like you guys seen in my last video, I was catching this grouper and he was pulling like crazy. Even though he was only 23 3/4 long, he was just a 1/4 inch under from being 24 for me to be able to take home and keep. This rod still did an amazing job. I had no problems whatsoever with it, and I was able to land that fish. And I feel that this can handle an even bigger grouper than that without any issues. And we'll see what happens on the next video, see if I can hook up the one that's actually over 30 inches, hopefully. But this rod and reel I take every single time I go out to the SKYWAY. Now for the big boys. Next up in the big rod and reels is this one right here. This reel is a Accurate Boss Fury 600 size. Got 80 pound braid. And I got it paired up with a Star Deluxe 8 foot rod. Really heavy rod, but it's got a little bit of action. I got my my sinker up there kind of flying around, but if you can kind of see the tip of it there, It's got a little bit of extra action in the tip, but really strong backbone. I haven't caught anything on this yet, which kind of makes me think I wasted my money on this reel. And the reason why I bought this combo is because I have lost a lot of really big grouper out there. Big gags, maybe some small Goliaths. This right here can even handle a nice tarpon, a nice shark. You never know what you're gonna catch. Sometimes it's better to be prepared just in case. But even though I haven't caught nothing on this yet, I'm still working on it. I'm still trying. One of these days I will catch a grouper on this combo right here. It's a really nice combo, nice conventional style. It's got a lever drag, really easy. And I do love these Star Deluxe rods. And they got a lot of power, even though I haven't been able to test it out on a nice grouper out there. But sooner or later, hopefully, I'll get hooked up to one with this rod and reel. The next rod and reel combo in the big boys is this right here. It's a Penn Senator 4/0 special. It's an older reel. It doesn't look the prettiest and it's not the smoothest, but I got this from a pawn shop a long time ago. I've used it quite a bit. I have caught a grouper on this using this reel before. And I got it paired on another Star rod. This is the Star Aerial. This one's a 7/6. The Star Deluxe rod is a little bit more flimsy. It's got a little more action to it. This one is pretty much just solid stiff, because hopefully I want to try to catch some of the small Goliaths out there, or some of the really big gag grouper if I can. But this is the type of rod that if the current's moving really fast, you want to set up like a knocker rig and just kind of pitch it out and just let the current take the bait out. Or it's good for dropping it straight down and letting that bait kind of go underneath the pier, because underneath the SKYWAY pier there is a lot of grouper that do hang out underneath the pier as well. So whenever you set your rod down, something like this, and you set it down on the side and you have your bait straight down or going underneath the pier with the current, you can get hooked up to some pretty nice grouper that way as well. But I do not recommend it on spinning rod combos, because I've seen way too many rods go phew. But guys, go get what you guys think you need. You know, you can use some of these references just in case if you guys just don't know what to buy. You know, this right here, what I just showed you is plenty to catch grouper on. So until the next video, guys, y'all stay cool, go fishing. We'll see you next time.